Beautiful ignited souls, we are ready for a new creation. So, because I really want to show this, how we come from zero and how we are in this eighth cycle. Okay, so of course, we have seen eight, as I say, is the emblem of all there is and of the knots, but also eight gives us like the emblem of two zeros stick together. This is the illusionary aspect because everything is in twos, everything comes in pairs. So we have two arms, two nostrils, two mouths, two eyes, two eyebrows, whatever, all of those that we have is really depicts that which we are. So we actually are of two zeros. So when we speak of the knot here, is that like the cell, cell. Oh, this is interesting. Okay, like the cell, cell. And of course you have this is free 5 free which equals 9, and this is 14. 1 plus 4 is 5. So we could see this is where we have the cell splits, and then there are two cells. This is the 0 here, the 8. So we have another cell which equals 14. 14 and 14 is 28, and of course this is also 5. 5 plus 5 is 10, which is what we have done. So we can see right here that having these two cells also come together and give us this 10 as we have right here. So here we can see how 0 is actually 2 eighths or 2 knots. It's like the 2 is telling us there are 2 knots. It's 2 and naught. Now, even when we do the numerical value for the word 2, TWO, it gives us 13 and 2. Let's do this part again so you can get it. Okay, so if we did 2, this is how the gods are instructing me here, TWO and EIGHT. So this is 2, 5, 6. This is 5, 9, 7, 8, 2. This is 10, 17, 26, 26, 31. 31. This is what we need to be seeing right here. And there we have, this is 11, 12, 13. Now, I know that in Genesis of chapter 1, where God created, and he created he, and he created them, and so on. He, which is also 13, and then we have father and son. There is a lot of 13, 31. I have done a lot of work on this. It's just that I feel it's so, it's very in-depth to actually show or explain. But now we see that where we come into this 0, this is what 0 is showing us. After what I have showed you is that this equals 4, 13 is actually 4, and 31 is actually 4. Adding these together is 8. And so we have come from that 0 point, people, and we are actually now setting this new template. This is what it is. This is what today, this first day of the year, first day of January 2022, is actually an 8 year, is actually there like a vortex, like saying, you know, now you have this template to create. What are you going to put in here? What are you going to, how are you going to find yourself? What foundation are you going to set here? What foundation are you going to set here? Remember, it's two creations happening simultaneously. So this would be like, we could say, one, here we have seen as we had one creation, if you like, but there are two creations happening simultaneously. Just like if we did take the knot, we will see how the 8 is splitting again. This is what we have. 8 is actually splitting again as in not, N-O-T, and N-O-T, the two, like taking the two knots. This is why we have the it's like reminds me of the bow tie. Okay, so here we have 562, 562. Of course, this is 13 people, 26, and this is all to do with the gift of the letters that we have been given again. This is what it's through the language that we are creating. Whether we do it privately, however it is, we are communicating or reflecting to the universe. So this is what we are talking about here. Okay, now how else? There's something else that I really want to show here why we are doing a new Genesis. So I've done the 0, and I would like to do the 1, because I feel that this is just one part of this the 0 to show how we have come into this 8. And of course it'd be nice to show how this 1, I could do this here. So let's look at this. 1 equals 16. I'll just do it like this. 17, because 1, I'll just do this here, is 655. Okay, we have another 1 which is also 16, and this is 7. So let's do this. Babylon. I hope I spelled that right. And David, I was doing David, wasn't I? David is 22. Jesus. Okay, let's do Abraham first. Again, people will see, we have to look at this. Abraham, they are not in order, but Abraham comes to 8. Babylon comes 14, 21, 23, 26. Babylon is 26. This people, we need to do the numerology. So this is 8, and Jesus, Jesus, is 11. Now I have to see whether they did use the Christ. So 1 minute, whether Matthew did use Christ instead of Jesus. So as we have seen so far, Matthew, right there with Matthew. So let's look at whether he used, and so it was 14 generations. We are told it was 14 generations, and from carrying away into Babylon and onto Christ. So it's the Christ we need, not Jesus here. We will use the Jesus is transformed to Christ, which we have done through all of our videos, most of our videos. So Christ, C-R-I-S-T, 5. And if we add these, I just want to see what happens here. So 8 and 8, 16, and so this would be 25, wouldn't it? This is 16, 20, 21, 22, 23. So 23 is actually 5, which is all what we have been showed that we need to come onto the Christ with 5. 5 is, there is so much more. People in the well, in the spiritual community, I would say, you're also often told, oh no, well, you don't process this with your 5 senses, but it's your 5 senses that actually gets you to understand your experience. This is pinnacle. Okay, whether you had a kundalini, whatever it is, you go to a higher realm, but this is why we are talking about the 5th dimension. So I'm just going to add this again to make sure. I think I have done something. So this is 22. So 22 is actually 4. Now spirit just speaks to me that way. So this is 8 and 8, 16. And so 3 8, 24, and 1 25. So I think I counted that correct. Okay, so that is 20, 25. Okay, so 25. No, but 25 is 7. 25 is 7. So that tells us about 6 days of creation, including the day of rest right here. And then the cycle starts again on the 8th. So that is what we are talking about. There is the severing right there. So this is what happens here. Okay. And of course, Christ is the last of the four pillars here. So what we wanted to see, let's continue here. I was going a little bit over my head. Then we have 2, T-dot. Would see that this is 14 and this is 5. 1, 1. So let's go over this. So this is the 14 here. Okay, and this is 5. And of course, if we did do the 3 plus 5 is 8. This is what I'm meant to show you here. So we have the 3, 2, 3 plus 5, this is 8. And so we can see how 0, this is the demarcation of what I really want to show you here. This is the demarcation of wholeness. So 0 in itself is showing us all its intricacy of this date, through this day, through today. It is showing us, it's like it's birthed with 8s. It is showing us that through 1, 1, 1, 1, and 2, 2, 2. It is showing us that. So I hope you find something you can birth today with the number, it's 43 on the clock, with the number 8. Find some way, have a ritual, do something that you can use and to prepare yourself and propel yourself. So thank you for watching, wonderful Ignited Souls. I hope you have enjoyed this and I hope you have found this very useful. Please leave your comments, or if there's something that you'd like me to explore, feel free to do so. We can look, as long as I can do this, I will do my best and to look at how we can use the vibration, the numerical vibration, how we can manipulate them to create, because you are co-creator with the universe. Remember, universe equals 41, and of course we are in that 14 because we are Jesus. You are Jesus. I have done another video to show you are God, and also Christ told you you are the light of the world, and I'm saying again, light. So we are actually like in the ground, like the garden, all the worms that are actually coming to the surface and, whatever it is. Sometimes you could say we are the, worms in the earth as well. So, hence Christ said, I'm no man but a worm. Okay, well, thank you for watching, people, and stay ignited.